Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate the room attendant module. The room attendant module is used by the staff that service the rooms. When they arrive, they will log into the application. Again, it's all browser based, so they can log in using any mobile device. They tend to use their own phones. We do have a policy of them not using the phones at work, but we make an exception for using the web app. When they arrive, they can clock in and clock out, and that's straightforward. Press a button to clock in, press a button to clock out. It records the time they clock in and out, and that is presented in a database in a report to payroll for doing payroll each week. The employee can also view their own timesheet, which gives them the date, the time they clocked in, time they clocked out, number of hours completed. If they want to add a note, they can do that by clicking the edit button. They can add a comment here, and they can also, we do allow them to change the times. That could be configured to not do that, but we work on a basis of trust with our employees. If they've, for example, forgotten to clock in when they arrive, they can go back and change the time to when they actually arrived. Same with clocking out as well. And again, that produces a little report for payroll staff that they can then enter into the payroll system. Okay, if we go back to the menu, the only other menu choice they have is to look at the rooms assigned to them. It's called My Rooms. The My Rooms module lists the rooms assigned to them for that day. And in this particular place, in this particular case, Beth has been assigned so far 3 rooms. In this case, room 8 and room 3, the status is in the check mode, which means that the room's been completed by the attendant and is ready to be checked by the management staff. We have a process of, once the room attendant has finished a room, we have a second person go in and do an overview, a check of the room. The third room on the list has not yet been started, so what Beth would do would click the assign button. If all the rooms she has on her list are now completed, she would click the assign button, and the system would then assign her the next room available for servicing. And that is based on an algorithm based on, is the room a flip, is it a stay, are the guests in or are they out, have they already checked out, etc. So the next room is assigned. In this case it's room number 1, which is a flip. That means that the guest has checked out, the guest status is out, so they have checked out, and she's presented with the start button. So when she's ready to start servicing this room, she can click on the start button. That records the time that she starts serving this room, and it also presents a checklist for the room attendant to use as a reminder of what to do in the room, and also importantly that she checks each box once that stage has been completed. So for the bathroom, as she completes each of the items in the list, she'll complete them. We do give them a overall checkbox. So for the bathroom, if they know they've done all the items in the bathroom, they can just to save a bit of time, they can check the group checkbox to check the entire group, and they can work through the bedroom and checking the fridge, check the tea caddies all topped up, etc. This is all configurable, so each group in the room checklist is configured, and the items within the group is configurable as well. And this is per room, because rooms are different. They may have different requirements for cleaning than other rooms. For example, they may have a shower but no bath. So if you know there's no bath in the room, you can hide this particular item, clean bath. Once the room is complete, she can finish the room, click finish, and that should then give her move that into the check status. If it hasn't, it probably means that She may have forgotten to check an item. It looks like it's just updated now. There's probably a little bit of a lag in the update in there between the pages. So that room is now checked, and it's now in the checked column so that the manager can go in and check each room. That's basically all that Beth has to use. She can then go back, and when she's finished, sorry, it should go back to the menu. Once it's finished there, she can then clock out, and that's her job done for the day. Now, management can, if they log in, see if I can just get them to log in. So we'll go to this page here. So this is me, and I get an extra. I can also look at bookings. I can cover that briefly in a moment anyway. But on when I go to my rooms, I see a full overview of the rooms to be serviced that day, and giving me the type of service required, whether the guests are in or out, the status of the room, the check status of the room, and who the room has been assigned to. I also gives me the ability as the manager to reassign a room. So if one attendant is slower, falling behind, I can reassign that room to somebody else if necessary. Now what the manager does as he checks each room, he can click on the check button, and he gets a similar list to what the room attendant sees, which is a checklist basically for all the room items, and the manager can just quickly run through, make sure everything's been done in the room, checking each one, or just do I find when I'm doing this, I do actually find it useful to check each one, so that if you come across a problem, so let's say she's forgotten to replace the glass cups in the bathroom, they're not there, we can leave that box, continue checking on the others, and then we've got a reminder when we get to the bottom. It won't allow us to finish until all the boxes are checked, so we've got a reminder. Let's go back up here. Oh yes, so I can carry my mobile device around, my tablet or my mobile phone, go back down and find Beth and remind her that she's forgotten to put the glass cups in the room, and so on and so forth, working down the list. So I'll just check everything. This is just a demonstration. So everything's now checked. Obviously I don't need to check the group one because I've checked everything within the group, and then I can finish. And now if I refresh, the room is now completed, so I get the check mark to say that the room is completed. And that's it. Thank you.